Hi students, today we will discuss a problem on permutations and combinations which is given in JEE Advanced Exam 2025. Now coming to the question, let S be the set of all 7 digit numbers that can be formed using the digits 0, 1 and 2. They have given how to frame a 7 digit number also. For example, 2210 triple two is in S. This type of numbers allowed, but 0210 triple two means the first place cannot be filled with 0, because if the first place can be filled with 0, then that 7 digit will become 6 digit number because of the first digit is 0. So that 0210 triple two is not in S. That type of numbers is not allowed. Then the number of elements in X in S such that they have given a restriction that at least one of the digits 0 and 1 appears exactly twice. At least one of the digits 0 and 1. So means 0 appears exactly twice, or 1 appears exactly twice, or both appears exactly twice. This is the three different types of cases. 0 appears exactly once, or 1 appears exactly twice, or 0 and 1 both appears exactly twice. Now coming to this. Now for suppose if I say that set A is nothing but only 0 appears exactly twice, for suppose. So here only 0 appears exactly twice. Means 1 can be repeated many number of times, or 2 can be repeated any number of times. But 0 appears exactly twice. For this, I just want to form a 7 digit number, right? 7 boxes, right? But here, if 0 is there, we have to be very careful that 0 cannot be filled in the first place, right? So this is the very important place. Anyway, we are filling the two zeros, but it is not in the first place. So first place can be filled with either 1 or 2. So this arrangement can be done in two ways, right? First place can be filled with either 1 or 2, right? So that finally there will be 6 blanks to be filled. Out of those 6 blanks, out those 6 blanks, I have to select any 2 blanks to be filled with 0. So I have selected 2 blanks, and now I will fill those 2 blanks with 0. 2 zeros, right? Those 2 zeros can be arranged in 2 factorial ways and alike terms, so that 2 factorial by 2 factorial. Now here one blank already filled, and I have selected another 2 blanks to be filled with 0. So total 3 blanks over. Then we have 4 blanks left. In those 4 blanks, first blank can be filled with either 1 or 2, but not 0, because of 0 appears exactly twice. 0 filled, 0 arrangement is done. So that remaining in 4 remaining blanks, the first blank can be filled in either 1 or 2, filled with either 1 or 2, or the next blank either 1 or 2. So 2 ways. Third blank also 1 or 2. Fourth blank also 1 or 2. So here first blank can be filled in 2 ways. The 2 blanks what we have selected can be filled in 6C2 into 2 factorial by 2 ways, and the remaining 4 blanks. So finally, what about n of a is 2 times of that 6C2. 6C2 is nothing but 15, and this is 2 power 4 is 16, right? Totally that is what 480. Next, so about A completed. Next, move on to B. So what is B? So 0 appears exactly twice is over. Next, 1 appears exactly twice. Now coming to this, 1 appears exactly twice. Now I take 7 blanks, and this arrangement can be done in 2 cases. Now move on to the case 1 first of all. So for suppose if this blank, so there is only one option, that this blank cannot be filled with 0. That is the best option, right? So if this blank is filled with 1, for suppose, so this is one way, and the remaining 1 can be filled in either of the 6 blanks, that is 6C1, right? 6 ways. So 1, the first place can be filled with 1, and I have one more 1 to be filled in the remaining 6 blanks, that is 6C1. That arrangement can be done in 1 ways. 6C1 into 1, right? Next, so 2 ones filled. Now rest, I have 5 blanks to be filled. Those 5 blanks can be filled in either 0 or 2, 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 right? So that 6C1 is nothing but 6, and 2 power 5 is 32. Total it is 192. In this case, 192 ways we can arrange. If for suppose first blanks can be filled with 1, right? Now in this there is another case, that is if the first blank cannot be filled with 1, so that first place can be filled with 2 for suppose, right? If the first place can be filled with 2, so this arrangement can be done in 1 way. Next, first place filled with 2, and we need to arrange exactly 2 ones, right? So in these remaining 6 blanks, I have selected 2 blanks to be filled with 1, and that can be done in 2 factorial by 2 factorial ways. I have selected 2 blanks, and in those 2 blanks I can fill once, so that is 2 factorial by 2 factorial ways because of alike terms. And so this 1 blank over, remaining 2 blanks, 3 blanks over, remaining 4 blanks can be filled with either 0 or 2, so that, so this is what 60 to 15, 2 factorial gets cancelled, 15 into 16, that is what 240. So clearly n of b is 240 plus 192, that is 432. N of b is also over. Alright, so here in n of a, let's come into this first condition, a, 0 appears exactly twice. In this 0 appears exactly twice, and 1 also will appear twice, thrice, 4 times also. Here in B, 1 appears exactly twice, but here 0 also appear again twice. So 2 times it will appear. So when coming to the arrangement, here 1 appear twice, that type of conditions also there. Here 0 appear twice, that type of conditions also there. In both the cases, that is repeated. So we need only 1 time, right? So what I want to do is, I have that another case, that is A intersection B, both 0 and 1. Both 0 and 1 appears exactly twice. So this case we are going to find. So that for this, right, so for this also I have again 2 cases. So let's come into this. So if this place can be filled with 1, right, or 1, so next again out of 6 I have to select 1 blank to fill it with 1. So 1 I fill it in 1 way, remaining 1 I can fill it in remaining 6 blanks, that is 61 into 2 zeros. So already 2 gaps over. Out of 5 blanks I have selected 2 to be filled with zeros, and this can be done in 2 factorial by 2 factorial because of this is about zeros and this is about ones. No need to confuse, this is about ones. First one I have filled in first blank. So another one can be filled in remaining 6 blanks, either of the 6 blanks, that is 6C1. Next, move on to the zeros. So remaining 5 blanks, 5C2 into 2 factorial by 2 factorial. And so 2 ones, 2 zeros completed, exactly twice it will come. Then what about the remaining 3 blanks can be filled with only one option, that is 2. And the next blank is also filled with 2. And the next blank also filled with 2, that is one way. So here this type of arrangement is like 6 into 5C2, that is what, 5 for 10, so that is 60. So as it is, similarly, if this first place can be filled with 2, that is also one way. Here also this can be done in 60 possible ways. Yes. So total, what about n of A intersection B is 60 plus 60, 120. Now what we want in the question is n of A union B, means either A means see the question, so at least one of the digits, at least A will possible, or B or both, means n of A and B, that is n of A plus n of B minus n of A intersection B. So that is 480 plus 432 minus 120. 480 plus 432 minus 120 is 792. Thank you.